What's up, everybody? Sean here, Sean Foster TV. Basically, this is 10 ways to figure out if you want to date a girl or just to find out if she's a keeper before you even go out on the first date. Okay, the next blog will be what to do 10 days to find out 10 ways to find out if she's a keeper while you're on the date. But this one is before you even get on the date, so you won't even necessarily have to go on the date if she doesn't pass. So anyways, the first one would be, okay, so you get the girl's number or whatever. I don't know, and a lot of this stuff could be, say, if you meet her at a bar or something, which I wouldn't recommend to anybody, but if you do, a lot of this stuff that I'm mentioning now could be done there. But if you're like me, you'll probably be a little too drunk to even remember about this stuff. But when you do, say you meet someone at a grocery store, Ralph's, Walmart, whatever the case may be, and you just want to see, you haven't really established. My last blog was about to see if a girl's a hoe or not, so you haven't really established that. So you want to see if maybe this girl could be a keeper. Maybe you should take her out on a date, and you actually have other plans other than just getting some. So so all right, the first one would be you meet her. Okay, and you text her maybe a day, next day, or the day after, but in the morning time, and you just text her good morning or something like that. And if she texts you back, the reason I say this is make sure you text her before 9 a.m. because if she texts you back, then that means she's actually active. She's not like some lazy couch potato girl. You don't need two couch potatoes in a relationship, but but yeah, so if she texts you back, I mean she's active, she, even if it is her day off, then she's still up. She's about doing things and just taking care of stuff. And you want a proactive female. You don't want, but if she doesn't text you back, that you got to be careful with that one. That's about the most lenient one that I have. All the others are pretty much deal breakers. So get your notepads out. I'd be taking notes if I were you. So anyways, the next one, call her unannounced. Call her unannounced. This is after you text her and that she knows who you are. But just call her unannounced. If she doesn't respond, even if she doesn't even give you the courtesy of giving a text message back, like, hey, I'm busy, I wasn't able to answer, if she doesn't answer, but if she answers and she's able to stay on the phone with you, whatever. If she's not, whatever. Bottom line is she answered. But if she doesn't answer, she needs to text you back. If she doesn't text you back, drop her, because that's an inconsiderate biatch. Who call? Who receives a phone call? I know when I get a phone call, I see that it's somebody that I don't want to talk to. I don't respond to it, and I don't text them back. So why should she? You know, she has to be like, that's pretty rude of you to do so. Exactly. So I mean, if she doesn't even if she doesn't even do the courtesy of texting you back or responding in any way, or at least the call, you would think the best thing would be if she called you back. But if she doesn't even text you back, drop her. She's not worth your time, because obviously she's just shown that she doesn't feel like you're worth hers, even to text. So drop her. She's inconsiderate, and it'll show in other ways if you actually do end up going on a date and, God forbid, getting in a relationship. So third thing is, it's kind of a mix of things because I want to keep this at 10. And third thing is basically if she has divorced parents. Alright, so you want to kind of stay away from girls with divorced parents. I mean, it's iffy, but for the most part, females that have divorced parents usually means that that girl is less willing to stick it out when things get tough. You know, um, because what example did she go off of? What example did she have to stick it out? Her parents are divorced, so what do you think she's going to do when things actually gets rocky, the road actually gets a little harder to drive on in the relationship? You can only go by her background, not just what she says. So yeah, drop her. Well, it's up to you. I wouldn't just say drop her, but I'd probably drop her. I'll tell you like this. Every girl that I ever met that had divorced parents, she definitely had commitment issues. Um, and she definitely didn't respond. She responded a lot better than she should have, as compared to girls that didn't have divorced parents when it came down to actually breaking up in a relationship. So yeah, um, her parents need to be together. So anyway, next one, part of the same thing. Father is the man of the house. Look, if she has, first of all, she needs to have a good relationship with her dad. If she doesn't, she's probably a hoe. Okay. I hate to say it, but she's probably a hoe. And if she's not a hoe, then then most likely she doesn't trust men that much, or she has a lot of male friends to try to fill that void, that void that she didn't have, that connection that she did not, that didn't exist with her actual dad. So yeah, okay. So and if her parents aren't divorced, is her father the man of the house, or is the mom running things? Because that's exactly how it's going to be when you guys get together. She's going to want to make the decisions. She's not going to want to follow you as a woman should. She's going to want you to follow her. She's going to yell at you, and she's going to do everything else. So, yeah, is her dad the man of? This is all the stuff that you should be asking on the phone, not just like your check, like she knows she's getting graded, but, you know, just kind of nonchalantly. So, what's your relationship with your family, whatever, whatever. So, yeah, that's three things. Are parents divorced? If they are, then proceed with caution. Was her father the man of the house? If he wasn't and it was a mom, you know. But also, I wanted to add to that divorce thing. If they're divorced, as long as it was after she turned 18 and moved out, then that's fine. But if it was before she turned 18, then yeah, she's tainted. The reason I say that is because if it was after, then she had enough, enough years to see what it took for a relationship to try to stick together. It might not be the right things, but at least she knows what it takes, or one way to do it. So yeah, next thing is does she have kids? The reason I say that is because guess what? If you actually do get in a relationship and you somehow happen to get married, I used to not be against that, but things changed. In most states, you leave the relationship, you want a divorce, guess who's paying child support? Now you're paying child support for a kid that's not even yours, or kids that aren't even yours. And then you got to deal with the baby daddy, and then you got to deal with the kids. Oh, you're not my father. You ain't my daddy. If you're dealing with black girl kids. But let's see the next one. You want to make sure your views are aligned. Views on the future. Views on kids. How kids should be disciplined. How kids should be raised. Just basically your views on life in general. Make sure you are coexisting in the same mental universe, enabling you to move forward as a couple if that happens. But if you don't have the same views, if she doesn't want any kids but you do, or vice versa, then why even get in a relationship? Why even consider it? Why even go on a date? No reason. Alright, so next one would be she encourages you. You want a woman that encourages you, that is honest but encourages you. So this is what you'll do, okay? You're going to ask her, basically, just make up something that you're thinking about doing. Matter of fact, make it a little bit wild. Just see what her response is. Oh, I'm thinking about being a scuba diver instructor. I think that would be cool. What do you think? If she's like, are you serious? Why would you do that? Blase, 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 blase. Oh, that's not very practical, or whatever. Drop her, because she's not at all encouraging. She's not at all supporting. You don't need her in your life, and if you keep her in your life, she's just going to bring you down because she's completely negative. Okay, and next thing about that is you you really got to watch out who you actually meet, because they could be really negative people, but you wouldn't know that unless you ask the right questions, you see. So next thing is, oh, also to that, the right answer to that would be if she said, oh, okay, well, that's nice. Well, honestly, this is what I think, but I'm sure if you put, or anybody put their mind to it, they can accomplish anything. That's the type of girl you want. You want A ride or die girl. You want a smart girl, but at the same time supporting female. So, next one is she established as you? Okay, first of all, you don't want a girl that makes more than you, or with a family that makes more than you, and you don't want a girl with a family that makes, well, it can be less than you, but you just don't want, you want it equal to or less than. Why? Because if they make more than you and you happen to fall on hard times and she or her family ends up having to support you later on down the road, if you even get to that point, if she doesn't break up with you, trust me, you'll never live that down. You will never, ever live that down. They will never let you forget that. Well, when you didn't have any money, we helped you out. But so yeah, you want to equal to or less than. If you got a car, you need to make sure she has a car. If you have an apartment, it's better that she should have an apartment. I'm talking like, what sense does it make for a dude to date a girl that doesn't have a car, but girls wouldn't give a dude the time of day that doesn't have a car? If he didn't have a car, they wouldn't even talk to him. You don't have a car? Are you serious? Hmm, bullshit. So we need to start holding them to the same standards. Agree? Agreed. So the next one is make sure you can laugh at her. Okay, make sure you can laugh at her. Make sure you can. If you, this is the thing. So many relationships, guys are always the ones that make the girls laugh. But if you notice, it's the really good ones that they make each other laugh. That's also the one after that you can laugh with her, or she laughs at your jokes. So if she laughs at your jokes, or she laughs at your personality, and you're laughing at her personality, basic thing is if your chemistry is like this, humor in the relationship equals multiple symmetries in the mind. It's like two minds coming together. So basically, yeah, that's it. Make sure you can laugh at her. Make sure she laughs at you. If she's like this with the blank face, are you trying to be funny, or you say something that you think is funny, she's just going to get annoyed in the future, and vice versa. So yeah, you need to have the same sense of humor, um, at least somewhat. Okay. The next one is make sure you got good conversation. That ties in a little to laughing, but at the same time, it's his very own beast. That's a whole nother beast. Say you ever been on a date or it's been just talking to a girl and you're like, yeah, so that's what I do, and she's like, um, that's hot. Bitch, you don't got nothing else to say other than it's hot. Really though, I mean, come on now. You want somebody that's providing feedback. You want to go back and forth. Oh, so what do you think about this? Oh, I think this about this. What do you think about this? Oh, I think this about this. Also, that goes into you want someone with kind of the same interests over the phone. So if you're talking on the phone with her, you need to have that chemistry of, you could talk about anything. And I'm not talking about the average things that we talk about when we first meet someone or the first telephone conversation. You want to make the phone conversation where it gets past, so where are you from? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Do you go out? How often do you go out? Or, blah, blah, blah. It has to go past that. Then you actually get to the point where you can see if you can actually hold a conversation with a girl. Because anybody can hold a conversation. Most anybody can hold a conversation when they first meet, but when it comes down to after you get past all the formalities and all the just getting to know the outer sides of a person, you actually get to know what their interests are. Oh, you like to ski, or you like to hike. I'll go. Where do you go hiking? Oh, yeah, I go there too. I like this about that. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's what you want. You want feedback. Feedback. You don't want. Yeah. So I went to the store, and it was so far. Like, I live so far from the store, and then she's like. And then you're scrambling trying to think, yeah, I actually have to drive like 6 miles. No, you don't want that. You want back and forth conversation that both of you are sober. Because if you're drunk, it doesn't count. Another thing is Well, I'll get to that on my next vlog when it comes down. If she's passed all these tests, then you can actually take her out on a date. That'll be on my next vlog. But anyways, the next one is second to last, almost done. You want to know, does she seem generally interested in you? So if she's not asking you anything about yourself, like where do you like to go? What do you like to do, blah blah blah, over the phone, then why would you even, if she's not interested in you now, why should she ever be interested in you? If she's like giving you 1, 2 word short text messages to your, oh, where, so where are you? Oh, I've been here for like 4 years. I just moved from Texas. Where are you from? She's like, here. You don't want that. You want somebody who's like, here. And then they write, oh, well, what made you decide to stay? Like, that's what you want. You want somebody that's genuinely interested in you. So the last one would be, all right, you want to ask her what she's looking for. This is the thing. This is one of the key. This is, if she's passed everything else, this is the key. Last thing you ask before you get off that phone. First phone call. Another thing, earlier when I said call her and announce, if she does answer, you're catching her off guard. So a lot of this stuff isn't really rehearsed for the most part. So you can rely on this. So anyway, you want to ask her what she's looking for. Okay? 3 things they'll say. 1, I'm not looking for anything. I just want to have fun. 2, I'm looking for a boyfriend. 3, I'm looking for a friend, but maybe, see where it goes. 1, if she says she's not looking for anything, just bang her and be out. That's all she wants. 2, if she's looking for a boyfriend, get off the phone immediately. Because even if you are open to having a girlfriend, you don't want a girl that's actually looking for a boyfriend. Because that's one of the worst things that could actually happen, just due to the fact that she's already anticipating, and she wants it so much that she's willing to settle. So say she wants a boyfriend now, and you actually do end up getting together because you think she's hot, you think she's cool. Later on, when she gets tired of you and you go through your problems or whatever, then the only reason she was with you in the first place was because she was ready to have a boyfriend and she wanted to settle. So later, when she actually sees something she does want, either she'll cheat or she'll be with them, or she'll just be unhappy with you the whole time and not say anything to you about it. So yeah, if she says she's not looking for anything, leave her right there. If she says that she just wants a boyfriend, get off the phone immediately or make up something. I don't advocate lying for the most part, but it's no bueno. And the last one, okay, so the last one is the best choice. Oh, well, this is her response. Oh, well, I'm actually just looking for friends, but I'm open to things if we kick it off. That's what you want to hear. But I'm open to things, because if she says that she's just looking for friends, then and that's all she says, then you don't want to go there with her. That's not a keeper. If she's just looking for friends and that's the reason she called you, just think of how many other male friends that she said that to that are now her friends, and now think they now want to get in her pants and wondering when they actually can. So I mean, but that's what you want to look for. I'm looking for friends, but we'll see whatever happens happens. Now, you don't want to seem too eager, because at this moment, she's going to ask, and you're probably not too eager, but at this moment, she's going to ask, well, yeah, what do you want? What do I want? And that's when you pretty much just say the same thing as her, as long as it's not the boyfriend thing. That should keep in mind. This is just to find out if she's a keeper or not. So if she says she's not looking for anything, you say, cool, I'm not looking for anything too. Well, what are you doing later? Come over, because you know what she wants. But don't say it like that. But you get the gist. The third one, if she says, I just shot you a bird. The third one, if she says, hey, I'm not really looking for anything. No, I'm not really looking for anything, but hey, I'm looking for friends, but whatever happens, if something comes of it, then something comes of it. Bam. that's what you want to repeat back to her. Just if she's passed all the tests, that's what you want to repeat back to her. And like I said before, if she says I'm looking for a boyfriend, you say, oh, that's cool. Well, can I call you back? Because I got to actually go take a shower right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. This is Sean Foster TV. Peace.